Hey guys, welcome to Lunatic Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Lori Lothian. Yay! So you can see my apartment in Montreal. I have no Faco background today. I just was in the mood to not put one up. So I'm going to talk today about this moon that's coming up for us all, and it's going to be pretty darn profound. Get ready, get set, go. I mean, I'm like, Uranus on the Halloween moon, literally on the full moon, sitting there on this blue moon. Uranus, the god of unpredictability and change and sudden events and intellectual property, the pineal gland, Uranus. Now, if you're spiritual, mystical, and all of that, please meditate on this moon, go into reverie, pay attention to your dreams. You know, Uranus could deliver you some huge insight, some pineal gland downloads, some big aha. So that's exciting. And, you know, then we've got the outer world condition in which anytime Uranus is on a planet, it's going to create some kind of change, some shock, some awe, some excitement, something sudden. We often don't get a sense of what it will be. We can just say expect the unexpected. And well, the moon will contact Uranus, who sits at 8 degrees, by the way, when this happens, 8 degrees of Taurus, while the sun is opposing in the opposite sign of Scorpio. Even though this happens regularly, right? It's regular that the moon touches Uranus, like, you know, once every 28 days or so, 29 days, not when it's a full moon, not when the sun is in opposition. So this is going to be huge. And I really want us to all understand that there's going to be an activation. The sun is sitting on the fixed star Gay Crux, G-A-R-G-A-C-U-R-X, during this moon. And so we'll have some light of that star playing a role as well. So we want to look at that in more depth. Now, and I will. So I'm going to share the chart with you shortly, just so you can see what this looks like. And I want to say, for a moon like this, you know, for a huge full moon like this, a blue moon, second full moon of the month on Halloween, when the veil is very thin, and then with Uranus being there as well, I'm kind of off center. I don't know if I can fix myself on my squeaky chair. What you're going to find is that, you know, for those of you who are psychically sensitive and can really tune in to the other realms, I'm really encouraging it. If you ever wanted to get a divine download, a brand new idea, and something to like totally electrify yourself and the world, please, please don't not meditate during this moon. I mean, I just feel like you could find some huge download and insight. I will be meditating that day. Okay, honestly, I will be in full blown connection to this divine power of this Uranus moon. All right, so let's go forward and say, for the world, you know, this is literally a few days before the US election. There's probably going to be some unexpected news, right? Some unexpected shocking development, something coming to light because the moon is full and we're all going to see it, and it's going to be surprising. You know, Uranus is rebellion and stuff like that as well. You know, iconoclasm. You can be associated with upheaval on the physical plane as well, like earthquakes, tremors, shakeups of earth energy. It is happening in the sign of Taurus. Taurus rules the currency markets and stock markets to some extent. So money markets could be shaken up really badly around Halloween. You might find the stock market really rattled around Halloween. You know, technically, I think the markets are going down anyway. I would not be highly invested in the stock markets at this point. If anybody is, I'd say, can you, you know, cash is king or flight to safety, right? All right, so there's all of that stuff going on. I'm going to pull the chart up, and I'm going to do all signs. You guys know I always do that, and I will timestamp it. You'll see the timestamp in the description box below, and I'll pin a comment with timestamps. I'm going to go really briefly today for this moon because it's really just about Uranus. It's really the primary kaboom. So I'm not going to spend like 45 minutes here. We're going to kind of whirl through. So I'm going to share the screen so you can see a picture of this for a second. Okay, and then I'll go back to me. So boom. So basically we're looking here at this particular October the 31st. I've got it set for Vancouver time, Canada PST. So it's 7:50 a.m., 10:50 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time. Adjust for your own time zone for the exactitude of this particular moon. And you can see as well that the moon is co-joined. Forget the midheaven stuff, and that shouldn't be in there because it depends on location. But you can see that it's co-joined with Uranus. Exactly, right? Boom. The two of them are like right on top of each other. At the same time that the sun is over here, in a kind of a wide connection to Juno, the goddess of partnership. There's some influence from Juno there that I'm not going to really focus on right now, but let's just stay with the Iranian story. Anything else I want to say about the chart at the time of this? Well, there's a lot of activity going on in the chart that's coincident to the moon that may have some relevance to it. Where's my lunar chart that I printed? So I'll just touch on it really briefly. You know, the asteroid Wuhan that started off the whole darn pandemic story, right? Wuhan was very prominent during the beginning of the pandemic worldwide. This asteroid number 3206 can actually be associated with Wuhan storylines. And Wuhan is a city that was very important in the history of China to do with revolution and military actions. And Wu means war or military in Chinese language. And also, I think Han means cold. And the idea Cold War, there's possibly some kind of activation of things to do with revolution. Wuhan was a city that had a revolution, an overthrowing of the emperor of China at one point in its history. So revolution, overthrow of power, military or business stuff is very associated at this juncture with the asteroid Wuhan, which is now being studied in earnest by astrologers. And the reason I'm talking about Wuhan at all, because it's not a part of the moon per se, is that Saturn sitting at 26 degrees of the sign of Capricorn is sitting right on Wuhan at the same time that this moon is activated. And in a way, there is a sense that that might have some relevance here. And, you know, so Wuhan, Saturn combination, Saturn will only come over, or Wuhan will, and Saturn will only come together every now and then. You know, Saturn and Wuhan are traveling together through the sky, and every now and then they collide in aspectual relationship in this time of conjunction. So Wuhan is sitting at around 26 degrees. Saturn is sitting at 26 degrees during this time of the moon. I'm curious, I'm wondering, because you can see that at the time of the moon, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, retrograde at 26 degrees of Libra, is activating Wuhan. Around 26 degrees of Libra is the star Spica. This is a fortunate star, a grain of wheat in the sheaf of the Virgo, the Virgin in the heavens. It's about nourishment, nurturance, it's goodness, it's fortune, it's luck. It's a positive star that Mercury is co-joined with and beaming light to Wuhan, okay? Overthrow, revolution, overthrow of an emperor. Now, for those of you in the United States who don't particularly like the current emperor, who may or may not have his clothes on, the emperor is naked. This could portend the overthrow of an emperor. Is it and Spica, the star of goodness, is wanting that to happen? Or is it the Joe Biden running to be the emperor who gets overthrown? I don't know. I would say there's going to be a big overthrow with one of those two, Joe Biden or Donald Trump, because of the Wuhan asteroid Mercury co-present at the time of the Iranian energy during this boom of a moon. So we could also anticipate maybe even really close to the actual full moon, let's say October 29th through to November 2nd, 3rd, this boom. Now, of course, that includes the election. Maybe there'll be a massive blue wave and it will sweep the Senate and shock the world and the United States. Who knows? Big overthrow energy here. Big overthrow energy of the emperor. All right, we're going to move past the political story. And also to point out something else, I can't help myself. Cupido, the god of passion and Cupid's arrow, etc. Boom, this god Cupido is also being activated. And that god is getting or activating Cupido. Oh, did I put him in this chart for you guys? There he is. He moves really slow like Pluto, but he's at 1 degree Capricorn and he's been there for a few months and he'll be around that degree for a couple more months. But that's where the asteroid America has now joined into the story. America is moving faster than Cupido. And as of this moon, America, the asteroid, is exactly on Cupido in the 0 degrees of Capricorn. Now, I just find that fascinating, really. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. And, you know, what does America asteroid mean? It has multiple meanings. It's been determined to talk about enterprise and business success and capitalism. It's been also associated with having belongingness to a certain group and justifying your actions by nature of the group you belong to. You know, America was a manifest destiny. It's also sort of like we'll do what we want because it's our manifest destiny to do X, Y, and Z around the world. So imperial globalist energies coming out of the America thing. But, you know, in America now, there's this kind of hyper nationalism and this exclusivity of globalism. And right now during this moon, America is sitting on Cupido at 0-1 Capricorn. And while there's not any action there in terms of aspectual relationships to Cupido, Cupido is co-present with this whole bundle of Capricornian planets that began the pandemic, by the way. So there could be greater drive for isolationism with America on Cupido, or greater condensing of polarity of groups, you know, identifying as far left, far right. You know, where is the middle anymore? Really, what happened to it? Anyway, God bless America. I'm Canadian. Well, let's go ahead and keep talking about the moon in terms of each person's story. Oh, I didn't talk about Gay Crux. Okay. So Gay Crux, the star. Now, this is not a star that I've studied, so I'm going to go back to my star sheet. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see what I'm doing when I do this, but I'll just get the basics of Gay Crux. Gay Crux. The sun is on Gay Crux, and I'm looking at it. Maybe you can see it too, because I'm pulling up my software. Manifestation, challenges bringing spiritual impulse into reality, serious, responsible, hardworking, low tolerance for fools, doing the higher work with vision, courage, and skill. Okay. Vision, courage, and skill. Doing the higher work with vision, courage, and skill is a part of this powerful full moon. So all of those things I said are embedded thanks to that star within the context of the moon. Courage and skill, doing the higher work with courage and skill. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about all signs. So got my little cheat sheet here. Let's start with the Aries people. I'm an Aries sun, but it's Aries sun, moon, and ascendants, particularly ascendants. Pay attention to this moon in your second house of resources, possessions, self-worth, and finances. You can pretty well expect some kind of change in that part of your world. You might increase your monetary resources, bring in more income and revenue, or because of Uranus, the bolt of aha, you may come up with a new idea for greater money in your life, a new reason to create money, a new inventive idea or inspired idea for creating more and new sources of resources, possessions, and income. Uranus rules the internet and technology. And so also some of this could involve technology. You could even develop a desire or come up with an idea around getting a new YouTube channel going or a new social media thing going. Uranus could give you that idea to do that during this moon. So yay, Aries, sun, moon, and ascendant. Oh, anything else I want to say about that? No, that's about it. It's going to be really simple, guys. I have a client in, check my clock, 20 minutes, so I don't want to be late. But also I'd say, think about this as one last thing for you, Aries, think about this as your self-worth too. With your, I mean, we get possessions. Oh, and our messages, you know, the second house rules the throat, and, you know, what comes out of the voice box and what we eat. Food, people with eating disorders often have like difficult planets in their second house of what we put in our mouth and what comes out. So for some of you, Aries, sun, moon, and ascendants, you may develop a brilliant idea, Uranus, coming through a light bulb moment that gives you a new thing you want to express in the world, a new idea, something you want to speak in the world. All right, Taurus, this is happening in your natal first house. This is your body. This is your identity. This is your physical form. This is your health as well, because your body is involved, but it's also your identity. A bolt of new, of a fullness, a light shining. Did I say new moon for Aries? I mean full moon. Sorry, guys. I always Google, my brain goes into like right brain and forgets what I'm saying. Sorry. Yeah. So Taurus, this is a new beginning in your identity, a bolt of shifting identity stuff. It's all about your sense of self, Taurus, sun, moon, and ascendant. So there's a fullness, it's a full moon, it's a completion, but it's also, because of Uranus, quite electrifying. And it can impact your, if this is your ascendant, your Taurus rising, you could have a Kundalini activation or a great bolt of energy go through your body. You may not sleep well during this moon, you Taurus ascendants. I suggest you may not sleep at all, honestly. I'd be surprised if you're sleeping during this moon for the Taurus ascendants, but sun and moon people as well may be enervated by it. Especially, you know, like literally pay attention to, you know, soothing your nervous system, Taurus, magnesium, teas that are calming, chamomile and stuff like that, you may be like totally jittered out during this particular Halloween moon. So be soothing towards yourself. Give yourself some love. All right. Moving forward, Gemini, you guys are having this in the 12th house of past lives and dreams at night, and Gemini, sun, moon, and ascendant. Pay attention to your inner life. This is definitely a kind of a moon that could deliver an incredible dream or insight during meditation. Uh-oh, I'm going to sneeze. Money though, foreign money from afar could come to you. Hang on. Sorry, one more. Oh my God, it's leaf mold season in Montreal. All the leaves are on the street, but the leaves have not been crisped up with a frost yet, which is going to come later this week. So I get very sneezy during leaf mold season. So excuse me, my windows are open. It's a sunny day here, as you can see behind me. So I think that, you know, past life contacts, people that you've known from past lives or you suspect you've known from past lives, can appear during this 30 days that follow, 20 days that follow the moon, and bring you a good Uranian energy, invention, ideas, electrify you, excite you, and create change in your life. And again, I said foreign lands, money from afar can be 12th house stuff. Sudden jolt of money from afar showing up for you, Gemini. Sun, moon, and ascendants could be a possibility there. If you have any people who don't wish you well, the house of hidden enemies, they could be exposed under the light of this full moon, especially with Uranus, and very suddenly exposed, like boom, and you suddenly see them for who they are. They show their true colors, and you may actually not necessarily have expected that, you know, that somebody in your social circles doesn't wish you well, but that's okay. Time to release that person and let them go. All right, Cancers, sun, moon, and ascendant. This is happening in your natal 11th house of good friends and colleagues and benefits from your career and gains from your career and allies and hopes, dreams, and wishes and pennies from heaven. If you were to have luck, money, luck, it could happen in anything that happens in the 11th house. And so Cancer, sun, moon, and ascendant, you guys are going to feel this mostly there. And now it's a very positive house. It's a very good house in the zodiac. 12 circles of the zodiac, 12 pie slices. Just tuning in myself for some of you Cancers. It could actually lead to a new social circle, a new friendship circle, particularly online, given that Uranus rules online technologies and online forums, especially YouTube and stuff like that, where you get like airwaves going, you know, like, you know, Uranus looks like an old time satellite dish for TVs that used to put on roofs. I think that you could discover new community online through the activation of this moon and sign up or join into something that you become a part of and be quite excited and feel very fulfilled there, having a sense of fullness around that and a sense of benefiting greatly from that, especially career benefits too. You know, that house is 11th house is the gains from one's career path. So it could also activate promotions, rewards, accelerations, and awards, Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, an escalation or promotion in some part of your career. Leo, this is happening directly in your 10th house of career. The moon is going to shine a full light there, this blue moon. It's got that Uranian thing. So Leo, sun, moon, and ascendants, a big changing of the guard in your career part of your chart, in your workplace with your colleagues, your boss, maybe could, you know, again, it's sudden, it's unexpected, it's Uranian, but it's culminating because it's a full moon. So it's taking cue from, you know, a larger story that's been taking place. Even though there's surprise with Uranus, it's not totally a surprise, really, not with a full moon, but it's sudden, it's unexpected at some level. Some changes in the career story for you guys, in the workplace, in the career place, in your position in your work. And, you know, it could also impact your home. It's opposite the 4th house of home. That's where the angle is. And so home and career are definitely going to be activated for you, Leo, sun, moon, and ascendants. All right, moving forward to the Virgos, this is a 9th house energy. This is your education at college or university. This is foreign lands. This is books you may want to read. This is mentorships, guides, and gurus, religion, truth, wisdom, knowledge, and sometimes legal affairs. Ha, a lot of stuff up there. So that's all going to have a culminating full moon energy, excuse my squeaky seat, and it's going to have that Uranian expect the unexpected boom of light. If you're writing or you're a researcher or a professor type, this could give you an idea, some big idea for a new book. Or if you're in school and you're a student, you might have a sudden aha about a new direction or a new school that you might want to go to, or a new direction around your school, or a new direction around your studies, or your major, etc. Yeah, those are basic themes that are playing out there for you guys. So good luck with that. Libra, this moon is going to activate your natal 8th house. Libra, sun, moon, and ascendant, your 8th house energies are fully in play. This is other people's money, your spouse's money. Your spouse could get a sudden chunk of money. Your bank money could improve. Money you have in the bank could multiply on you. Be cautious, of course, of the investments. This is other people's money too. Like it could be getting a loan suddenly approved that you didn't expect to be approved, and like all of a sudden you are in the money. So sudden success with money though, okay? Resources. Now, if you're more occult and magical, then this is happening in the house of occult mysteries and things that are hidden, and Uranus could reveal it with a flashing like kaboom, like a thunderbolt of light. So if you're deep in the mysteries and the alchemical and the archetypal world, and you want to learn something or know something, gnosis directly, you could have a great revelation, you Libra, sun, moon, and ascendants. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bolt of unexpected developments in the money place. Now, it doesn't always look good. I mean, maybe you wanted to get a loan and you're not going to get it. Maybe money was, you're counting on doesn't happen, but ultimately what is going to show up is going to be for your best good. Trust the process, trust the universe, as they say. All right, Scorpio, this is the 7th house. This is a house of marriage or long-term committed relationships. It's a house of business partnerships. Something's shaken up there. I wonder if you guys, Scorpio, sun, moon, and ascendant, it's also business partnerships and legal dealings, contractual things. I'm wondering if you guys are going to have a sudden opportunity, a contractual thing show up, a legal thing that you didn't expect. It could be about your relationship. It could, with Uranus and the full moon there, it could be jarring in your primary love relationship, or it could be exciting, exhilarating, and recharging it as well. So it doesn't have to be all bad. Remember, the gay crux light is shining in here as well. A higher aspiration, skill, and discipline. It may be maybe a blessing in long-term primary love. If you're a single, however, Scorpio, rising, sun, or moon, a sudden development, meeting somebody that has the potential to become a long-term partner for you is very, very possible. Yeah. And if you aspire to have a business partner, and that's a part of your MO, this could be a sudden development of an opportunity, Scorpio, sun, moon, and ascendants, to attract a business partner to your world that would benefit you greatly. Sagittarius, this culminating moon is happening in your 6th house of work, like the workplace, the colleagues, the people in your office, your right livelihood, and your health protocols. So with Uranus in the house of health and sickness issues, be cautious. Do not be reckless. Uranus can cause accidents sometimes, upheaval, that kind of thing. It could also just be that, some developments in the space of your work that are sudden and unexpected are happening. Some upheaval in the work environment, really. You could change your job, very literally. Uranus, moon, 6th house, change of job. Change of job when? Well, on the moon, on the 31st for sure, but unfolding over the month that follows. If it's something you were thinking of or hoping to do, I mean, it's not going to hit you out of the blue because it's culminating energy. It's a full moon, but it is definitely going to potentially lead to a change in that area of your life. Change of health protocols too. You've always done something one way and now you'll do it a different way, or someone gives you information or news and you go, oh my God, I didn't know that legumes were bad for autoimmune disorders. I'm never going to eat a legume again, which is true, by the way. I don't eat legumes because of that. So good luck for me becoming a soy-based vegetarian or a lentils-based vegetarian. Tried that and got very sick. Capricorn, we're moving to you, sun, moon, and ascendant. This is a love story potential activation. If you're already in a relationship, because this is in your 5th house of romance. This could really accelerate the romance. It could really charge up the love affair, give it a new bolt of energy. If you are single, oh goodness, in comes Cupid's arrow, maybe a new love story emerges for you, single Capricorn, sun, moon, and ascendants. If you're the creative type, artistic or creative, it could activate a huge inspiration, and you may develop a whole new direction in your creative energies. And if you are involved in a business and you have your own business, because that's 5th house, business enterprise, this is a turbocharged energy, culminating Uranian, sudden escalation and change and stuff to do with your business. If you are, this is the house of the muse, and Uranus is on a moon there, and the muse can really bolt a light of inspiration at you. You could come down with a huge idea. You know, people who write books and do really well have planets in their 5th house. People who are artists and create paintings and art and sculpture have planets usually in their 5th house. You know, it's procreativity and children as well. Capricorn, sun, moon, and ascendants, a sudden development with one of your children, or watch out for a sudden and unexpected pregnancy. Those are all options. Aquarius, sun, moon, and ascendant. I'm an Aquarius ascendant. This is going to activate your natal 4th house of home. Oh, I like my apartment in Montreal, but it could have an option here to move or change your residence, or some changes around real estate, or an opportunity to purchase real estate or sell real estate that you didn't expect. It's the anchor of the chart. It's where you live. It's your home. It's your city. Some unexpected developments there. Now, I mean, Uranus is pretty unpredictable. Like, I live in an apartment building with 4 units, or 1850s house. What could happen here? I don't know. They have to excavate my house because they discovered that it's underneath a fault that's going to sink into the ground. I don't know. And all of a sudden I have to get out, you know. I mean, it's not going to be something I could predict, you know, like, well, my landlord could sell the building, but I still have a lease, so it can't be that. So some unexpected developments there around the foundation. It's also the 4th house, your parents, if they're still alive, and depending on the system, it's either your father or your mother, but it could be family of origin, parental stuff developing out of the blue for some of you Aquarius ascendants, sun and moon, that you have to attend to a parent, or you have to attend to family of origin material. The ancestral line is in the 4th house. And if you believe in worshiping the ancestors, this could be a bolt of insight from an ancestor up the family line. All right. Last but never least, Pisces, sun, moon, and ascendants. This is happening in your natal 3rd house, the 3rd house of siblings, the 3rd house of short-term trips and travel, the 3rd house of things you want to express in the world. Are you going to have a sudden development with a sibling that surprises you? Are you going to take a trip? Short-term trip that you didn't expect to take? Are you going to discover there's something you want to learn, because it's a house of learning, and you're going to study it or teach, and you're going to teach it? That's the potential with that Uranian light on that moon initiating your natal 3rd house. And your 3rd house is also the house of the goddess, of oracleship, divination, that kind of stuff. So you may have a lot of synchronicity with that enlightened moon, boom, with that Uranian energy up here in the 30 days that follow or so. And you may also seek the guidance of an oracle, a channel, a divinator, and that could have shed incredible Uranian light on you, sun, moon, and Pisces ascendants. I would suggest, if you want to see someone who gives you a guidance, psychic or oracular guidance or whatever, this is the month to do it. This moon is on the October 31st, but it plays its energy field out mostly through the entire month of November. So stay tuned to the possibilities of that. All right. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, like, hit the bell. My channel's small. I killed the algorithm a year ago when I changed the name from mine to Lunatic Astrology. So I'm trying to build back up. I just hit 2,000 subscribers this week. Yay! And I'm trying to build my channel. So please do share it with others as well. And if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, where I give weekly in-depth reports every Sunday to your mailbox, written reports, please do. You'll find the link in my description box below. Eclipse season is approaching in November. We have a November 30th and December 14th eclipse. I have a Surf the Eclipse Wave reading that goes into depth, because these eclipses are playing out in your life, influence-wise, all the way through to the summer of 2022. Grab that reading if you want. We can go into how these eclipses are changing some area of your life pretty dramatically over the next 2 years. Okay, and that's it. Thank you, guys. I will see you soon. I'll be coming back into Joe Biden and Kamala Harris report sometime this week. Ciao, ciao.